Alright guys, welcome back, whichever may be for you. So in this one we got some FortNite Save the World gameplay. This is basically going to be a tutorial on how to deliver the bomb. I do go through the entire mission, but this is mostly on how to build the base for deliver the bomb. The B side, not A. I've seen some people build A in Twine Peaks and it's just not what you do. So anyway, I did take a break, maybe about a year and a half from this game. And I hopped back on and did some public missions, within the last couple weeks or so. And it's just the amount of people that do not know how to play in Twine Peaks is actually kind of insane. So it gave me the idea to go ahead and just do tutorials on each of the missions, how to properly build them. Because I have seen some stuff that you would probably see in Candy Valley, maybe even Plankerton. Just some people do not know how to play it. So I'm gonna show you. I do this solo. I did use a constructor. I prefer and recommend that you use a constructor. They are the best class in the game, especially for end game. But you can use whatever you want. If you join a public game and you see other people already running constructors, you might as well go ahead and use a soldier, maybe target bosses or an outlander for support. Kind of whatever you want to do. But with that said, let's just go ahead and hop to the game and show you guys how to build. So what I like to do before I look for the base, before I start building, is if the mission takes blue glow, I'll go ahead and get blue glow. Not every mission does. I know deliver the bomb requires 4, so that's why I went ahead and did this first. So grab your blue glow. Once you're done building, you can start it whenever you're ready. I did forget to make some weapons before I joined this game, so I'm just going to go ahead and make some weapons real quick. With that said, let's just keep it going. Now normally I would save survivors or do encampments or side quests, but for this mission in particular, since I'm just doing a tutorial, I'm gonna just let them die. I'll only really do an encampment if it's in the way and I gotta get rid of it to build or whatever. But the main priority is blue glow, then finding the base. Okay, a lot of walking in this one. Finally found it. But there are a lot of husks right here, so just in case I have to end up coming through here, I'm gonna go ahead and take these out. And then let's go ahead and look at the launcher, see what kind of spot we got, see if there's any issues with the spot we got. And if there are, we'll work around it, but let's just go ahead and check it out. Okay, so there are some encampments by the launcher, but that is not an issue. So once you place the launcher, what you want to do is go ahead and take out all the encampments that are by the launcher. Any big husks like smashers or propane tanks or something that are around the area, just go ahead and take those out. That way they won't bother you when you're building the base. Before, once you're done with that though, before you do start building the base, make sure you clear the area, as in buildings, some of the fences that you can't really shoot, like these wire ones right here. What you want to do is just destroy those, get them all out the way. Make sure you have a clear open view of what this, the whole area. That way, once you deliver the bomb and you get to build the base and it shows which directions they're coming from, these buildings aren't in the way. You can easily trap it, you can easily block off what you need to block off. And, it just makes it so much simpler. That is a trap encampment. I don't want to do it specifically because it's traps, but I'm going to just go ahead and do it anyway. This smasher probably needs to die before I pull out this turret. But if you're a constructor, turrets are great for taking out buildings and stuff. I'm probably going to end up getting lazy and just pulling out a deatomizer or something, spamming it anyway. But it's an option. You don't have to waste energy cells if you don't have them. So let's go ahead and take this out and just get to the clearing of the area. Okay, so basically all I did was just use my turn up, shot at buildings, destroyed everything that I could. So while you're doing this and preparing, there will be husks that just randomly spawn. Just go ahead and take them out, no big issue. I haven't built yet. I'm going to go ahead and clear this side as well because I'm pretty confident they're going to come from this side. They usually come from multiple sides on deliver the bombs. It's usually the most amount of husks, as in variety. There's usually a little bit of everything when you do these, but I guess it really just depends on the mission. Let's go ahead and take these out and then probably start building after this. Alright, now that the area is cleared, let's just go ahead and build the base. I'm going to be using metal for this since I'm using power-based Nox. Basically, whenever you use Nox, you just want to use metal since it has the most HP. You know, his ability with the healing will make it so nothing will break into these walls no matter what element they are. If I do happen to get nature husks for this one, it won't matter. They won't be able to break it. With that said though, in these parts right here, these little 90-degree angles, you always want to use a cone. I do see some people use stairs or slants, and that's just not what you want to do. Because if you do use a stair or a slant, they will still be able to hit the wall. They will be able to charge the wall. And the slant's just pointless at that point. If you use a cone, you can place a floor launcher under it. It protects both walls and launches them back. With that said though, let's just go ahead and finish building the base and upgrading it and keep it going. For the floors and the roof of the base, you can just use stone, wood, or metal, whatever you want to use. I'm using stone for this one since I'm pretty low on metal. I have a lot of stone. Now this is a typical spot I would place the base. I pretty much always place the base right there. But if for whatever reason the mission starts and they're not even attacking from the backside, I'll go ahead and move the base to the front so it can cover more of what they're attacking. Other than that though, it's pretty much the whole build. Once you've finished placing the tracks and delivering the bomb, you'll basically just throw a floor and a slant in the front. And you really don't have to add too much more to it. This pretty much hold no matter what mission or what zone you're in, as long as you trap properly. I'm talking kill boxes or small trap tunnels, you know, choke points or kill points. If you do that, there's no way they'll break into the base. And it really doesn't take a whole lot of traps. It doesn't take a whole lot of mats, especially if you have a team actually helping you. If you're on public and you have some decent teammates, or you're just playing with friends that can help you upgrade. Saves everybody mats, saves everybody time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep upgrading this, and like I said, we'll just keep it going. Now real quick, you don't want to basically double up on sound walls in those corner spots. Basically what you want to do is either put a damaging trap or a wall launcher on that spot. Because if you just put two sound walls right there, you know, they're just both going to go off and hit the same thing. It's a waste of a trap, it's a waste of a spot. Like I said, damaging traps or wall launcher, that's up to you. But you always want to have at least one of these to be a sound wall. Now on the top of the roof of the base, usually I'll just not spam, but I'll usually put anti-air traps on the top. If you do have a team that's using constructors, let them place their base down first, just in case they're not using it on the trap tunnel. But for this, since I am doing solo, I'm going to go ahead and use defenders with the obliterator. So I'm going to box them all up, and these are spots that I usually pick. Once these are placed, nothing will really get close to the base without getting sniped. Now defenders are not mandatory, you don't really need them. They do help out a little bit, but not a lot. And if you do still want to place anti-air traps, basically you can just place them on top of the defender boxes. It's still the same thing, but I'm going to go ahead and use some defenders for this since it's solo. Alright, so now that all of that is done, I'm going to go ahead and place a few of the anti-air traps on top of the base, just in case we do get lobbers. I'm not worried about flingers, because the defenders will go ahead and take care of those. With that said though, pretty much all we gotta do now is find A, and once we find A, the goal is to find the best path from A to B, and go ahead and clear the path once you found it. Luckily for me, A is just over here, not too far. Okay, so same thing as before. We just want to go ahead and take out anything that's close to A so they're not in our way, and then we can go ahead and find the best way to get to B. Alright, so I went ahead and found the best way to get to B. Once you found your path and you chosen your path, go ahead and clear the area. It doesn't matter how you do it. You could shoot it, you could spam a launcher at it, you could pickaxe it. Doesn't matter. Clear your path and then you can start placing your tracks. Now at this point, go ahead and place your blue glow in the machine and get your tracks. Go ahead and make some extras because you're gonna need them. And at that point, just go ahead and make your way to B. Place them down, get there. Try not to make unnecessary turns. Try to keep the path as straight as possible. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so now that we are here, let's just go ahead and start the bomb. Now, before we get started with this, do keep in mind you do not have to build around the tracks. That's one of the major issues I see a lot of people doing with this phase of the mission. Is they spam walls, or they'll place walls right behind them or around the bomb. And it just gets in the way. It blocks your visibility, it probably block your drone damage, it'll block your bullets. It's just not what you want to do. If the bomb takes low damage, it's fine, it's not the end of the world. If the bomb gets destroyed, you could just make another one. It's no big deal. Typically though, it takes a lot for these things to get destroyed, especially if you have a team. I doubt, even as a constructor, which is the weakest offensive hero you could be, you could still defend the bomb even in higher zones. This zone isn't as high as I normally play, but it did have some good rewards, so I went ahead and did it. So at this point, just go ahead and get your bomb to the B site. Now unfortunately, this is a really bad spot for the bomb since they're spawning on both sides and from the top. It's going to be kind of hard to defend the bomb from this angle, so they will probably just walk on top of the bomb. But like I said, it's really not a big deal. Try to kill as many as you can. I doubt they'll kill the bomb. It's okay if they damage it. It's not the end of the world. But like I said, get it to B. Okay, so like I said earlier, all you're going to do now is destroy the tracks that are in the front of the base and go ahead and place your floor launcher and your slant. At this point, you'll go ahead and build a couple kill boxes, a couple small trap tunnels. Nothing big. You really don't have to spam traps like that. You really don't have to place a whole lot. The base itself will defend, you guys shooting will defend, and the small trap tunnels you do at certain kill points will pretty much take them all out if done correctly. So I'll go ahead and do something small for this mission. It's not necessary for me to do it right now because I know they won't be able to break my base. But not everybody has the same build. Not everybody, you know, can defend as well as I can. So I'll go ahead and do something small just to give you guys an idea. Alright, so now that the bomb is delivered, I can see my spawn points. I'm going to go ahead and trap this side first before I get to the west side. I know most of them are going to come from this left side since most of the spawns are on this side opposed to the right side. Plus, I know this is the quickest route to get to the bomb site. So I know the Husks take the quickest route. I know they're going to come from this side. So we'll put most of our traps on this side for the east. I'm just going to do 2 kill boxes. You know, two entry points, 2 kill boxes. Anything that goes through this will likely die. I doubt much will make it through this. Even if they do, they won't be able to destroy the base. They take damage from hitting my base. And I also have defenders down. So I'm not worried about it. I'm going to go ahead and do this super quick. And then we'll just keep it going. Okay, so like I said, there's only really 2 spawn points on this side, so not much is going to come from here. You might be able to add that one in the middle there, but even 3 isn't a lot, so I doubt they're going to come through here too much. I'm going to go ahead and push them in to the hole on this side. I'll probably do it a double wide, so a floor launcher on this side here. But once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and place my traps in the tunnels and then keep it going. Okay, so I know they changed the game a lot since I last played, so I don't know if you can still pick up smashers. But just in case, I'm going to use a 5x floor launcher on its right side. So anything that walks through here, as long as it is on the tile when the trap does go off, it will go over the wall and into the pit. Once that's done, I'll go ahead and put a wall launcher on this. Anything that walks through this side will just get pushed in, and then I'll put some damaging traps on this right side. Okay, so this is probably the most common kill box that I use. So whether it's a double or a single, it always works really good on choke points. You can change the gas traps to a zapper if you want, and the tar pit to a spike trap. But I'm going to go ahead and use tars and gas. I feel like it's better. If you don't have those, you could always just swap it out for something else. Zapper, electric fields, doesn't matter. This is basically what I use for most shit though. It does work really well. And really no complaints. Now if you want, you could go ahead and put sound walls on these outer walls right here, because they will go off, and when they do go off, it will stop propane tanks. So if you're on a higher mission and they do lose their health and want to blow themselves up, this will make it so they drop their propane tank so it won't blow up your tunnels or kill boxes, whatever it may be that you're building. Okay, so now we're just basically going to do the same thing on this side. We'll go ahead and clear all the trash out of here so we can make our block offs, kill boxes, and trap tunnels, whichever one you're doing. Once that's done, you go ahead and start the defense. Okay, I normally do not do this, but I'm actually going to trap the base instead. Since there's such a wide spawn back here, it's going to be a lot to block off and a lot to trap. And normally I would trap it, but since it's such a low mission, it's only like a 94 zone, and I know they're not going to break my walls, I'm just going to trap the back of the base. In certain situations you can trap the base just like this, it works out, but trap tunnels and kill boxes are better. But like I said, I'm not going to need them for this. You could use electric fields or gas. Floor, you could use tar, freeze, or spike trap, whichever one you want to do. That's pretty much it. This is the whole base. Once you build this and you have a constructor, there's just no way they're going to break into it really, as long as you trap properly like I said. I'm going to go ahead and place these traps down, and we'll just get the defense out the way. Alright, if you made it to this point in the video, go ahead and like and subscribe. It will help me out a ton, and it shows me that you guys want more videos like this one. I am noticing that I'm starting to lag here a little bit. I think it's because the defenders that I've placed, once they started shooting, I noticed it started to lag a little bit. It's pretty much the end of the video, so I'm just going to play it at 2x speed and just let the defenders defend. There's not really much else to say or do, so I guess I'll see you guys on the next one, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video.